Hello there, and welcome aboard the Sleepy Porter. Tonight, we're going to follow the rivers of the world gently downstream, from a quiet mountain spring all the way to the sea. There's nothing for you to do now, and nowhere to be. Just let the water carry you along. I'd love to know where in the world you're listening from tonight, but wherever you are, you're welcome here. So settle in. Let your shoulders soften. Let your breathing slow. Let your body grow heavy and warm. And let's begin at the source. We begin high in the mountains, at the very birthplace of a river. Here, in a quiet hollow among mossy grey rocks, clear water rises gently from deep within the earth, bubbling up cold and pure into a small, still pool. This is the source, the first gathering of the water before it ever becomes a river at all. The water is utterly clear, and it slips quietly over the lip of the pool to begin its long, slow journey down toward the distant sea. Soft green moss cushions the stones all around. The air is cool and clean and silent. To kneel here beside the gentle spring, watching the clear water rise softly from the earth, is to feel that you are present at the quiet beginning of something, calm and patient and pure. Now the water has gathered, and we follow it as it tumbles down a mountainside in a clear, lively stream. The stream runs swift and shallow over smooth, round stones, breaking into soft white ripples and gathering in little clear pools before slipping on. Tall pines lean over the water, and soft sunlight falls dappled and green through their branches, sparkling on the moving stream. The water sings a soft, endless song as it tumbles over the stones, gentle and bright. The air is cool and smells of pine and clean, cold water. To sit here on the mossy bank, your feet near the clear running water, listening to its soft and endless song, is to feel your own thoughts begin to loosen and lighten and flow gently along with the stream. Now the stream gathers and falls, and we come to a gentle waterfall in a green and quiet forest. The water slips softly over a mossy ledge and falls in a soft white curtain into a clear, calm pool below, breaking gently into mist among the ferns and the smooth, wet stones. The pool at the base is deep and clear and still, ringed with cushions of soft green moss. Sunlight filters down through the canopy, lighting the falling water and the drifting mist. The air is cool and damp and full of the soft, soothing sound of the falls. To rest here beside this quiet pool, the gentle water falling softly before you, the green forest hushed all around, is to feel a deep and peaceful calm settle slowly over you. Now we follow the water into a high valley, to a river of the most astonishing emerald green. The Socha, in the mountains of Slovenia, runs clear and bright through a steep green valley, its water glowing a vivid, luminous turquoise, so clear you can see every smooth, pale stone upon its bed. The river winds gently between banks of white rock and deep green forest, gathering in calm, glowing pools and slipping softly over shallow rapids. The light is soft and clear. The air smells of cold water and pine. There is something almost magical about this glowing emerald river, threading its way through the quiet mountains. To rest on its white stone banks, gazing into the impossibly clear green water, is to feel a clean and gentle wonder and a deep and quiet peace. Now the river deepens, and we follow it into a dramatic gorge of pale stone. The Verdon, in the south of France, has carved a deep, winding canyon through the mountains, and its water glows a soft, milky turquoise far below the towering pale cliffs. But you are drifting gently upon the calm green water itself, safe and low, the great walls rising softly on either side, dressed in scattered green shrubs and wild herbs. The water is calm and clear and slow here, and it carries you quietly along, deeper into the winding gorge. The light falls soft and warm upon the pale stone. The air is warm and still and fragrant with wild thyme. To drift here upon the calm turquoise water, the great walls sheltering you on either side, is to feel held and safe and gently carried. Now we travel to a great river in the heart of China, winding through mountains wrapped in mist. The Yangtze flows wide and calm through the three gorges, where steep green peaks rise dramatically on either side, their tops lost in soft, drifting cloud. You are aboard a slow boat upon the broad, quiet water, gliding gently between the misty cliffs. The river is smooth and grey-green and calm, and the great forested peaks slip slowly past, fading into the mist, one behind another. The light is soft and pearly. The air is cool and damp and still. There is an ancient, timeless grandeur to this misty river gorge, painted countless times by old masters. To drift slowly through it upon the calm, wide water, the misty peaks rising softly all around, is to feel a deep and gentle serenity. Now we travel to the American Southwest, where a green river winds through canyons of red stone. The Colorado River flows deep and calm here, a ribbon of soft jade green threading its way between towering walls of warm red and gold sandstone, carved smooth over countless ages by the patient water. You are drifting gently upon the calm green river, the great red walls rising softly on either side, glowing warm in the afternoon light. The water is smooth and slow and clear. A narrow strip of blue sky shows far above, and the canyon is hushed and cool and still. To drift quietly here, cradled by the calm green water, the warm red walls sheltering you on either side, is to feel small and safe and wonderfully at peace in this ancient, silent place. Now the river broadens and slows, and we travel to the Danube, in Austria, where it winds gently through a valley of vineyards and old stone. In the Wachau Valley, the wide, calm river flows softly past terraced hillsides, green with vines, past small villages with church spires, and beneath an ancient yellow and white abbey perched grandly above the water. You are drifting slowly upon the broad, gentle river, the green vineyards and the old stones slipping quietly past. The light is soft and golden in the late afternoon. The air is warm and smells of grapes and river water. Church bells chime faintly across the valley. To drift here upon the calm Danube, the vineyards and the old abbey glowing softly in the golden light, is to feel a deep and contented peace. Now we follow another great river through a valley of castles. The Rhine, in Germany, winds through a steep gorge where, high upon the wooded hills above the water, old stone castles stand watch, their towers rising among the trees. The hillsides are terraced with vineyards, and small half-timbered villages rest along the riverbanks. You are drifting gently upon the wide, calm water, the green hills and the ancient castles slipping slowly past. The light is soft and golden. The air is warm and still. There is a storybook beauty to this river of castles, deeply peaceful in the gentle evening light. To drift here upon the calm Rhine, the old towers glowing softly upon the hills above you, is to feel as though you are floating gently through an old and lovely tale. Now we travel to Portugal, to the river Douro, where the water winds slowly through a valley of terraced vineyards at dusk. Steep hillsides rise on either side of the calm river, carved into countless narrow terraces of vines, curving gracefully around the slopes. As the sun lowers, the whole valley glows warm and golden, and the calm river mirrors the soft colors of the evening sky. A few small boats rest along the banks. The light is warm and amber and soft. The air smells of warm earth and river water. The valley is hushed and peaceful in the gathering dusk. To drift slowly upon the calm, golden river, the terraced vineyards glowing all around you in the soft evening light, is to feel a deep and simple contentment settle gently over you. Now we travel to the Dordogne, in the green heart of France, where a gentle river flows beneath honey-colored castles. The water is calm and clear and softly green, winding lazily through a valley of meadows and woods and old stone villages. Here and there, a golden castle rises from a wooded bluff above the water, mirrored softly on the calm river below. Willows trail their branches in the gentle current. The light is warm and soft and golden. The air smells of grass and warm stone and river water. There is a deep, drowsy peace to this gentle valley in the soft afternoon light. To drift slowly upon the calm green river, the golden castles and the green meadows slipping quietly past, is to feel utterly relaxed and soothed and at ease. Now we follow a clear chalk stream through a soft English water meadow. The stream runs slow and clear and gentle, winding through deep green meadow, scattered with wildflowers. Its water so clear you can see the long green weeds waving softly in the current, and the pale gravel of the stream bed below. Graceful willow trees lean over the water, trailing their long branches in the gentle flow. The light is soft and golden. The air is warm and still and full of the hum of summer. A gentle breeze stirs the meadow grass. To rest here on the soft green bank, beneath the trailing willows, watching the clear water slip slowly past over the pale gravel, is to feel the deep and drowsy peace of a long, warm summer afternoon settle gently over you. Now we come to the Loire Valley, in France, the valley of 100 castles, where a wide, calm river flows past a fairy tale chateau. The Loire is broad and gentle here, its calm water flowing softly past sandy banks and green islands. And rising beside the water stands a magnificent chateau, its pale walls and slender towers and steep blue rooftops reflected perfectly on the calm river below. The light is soft and golden. The air is warm and smells of river water and summer grass. The whole scene is graceful and serene and impossibly elegant. To rest here on the gentle riverbank, the beautiful chateau mirrored on the calm water before you, glowing softly in the golden light, is to feel a quiet wonder and a deep and peaceful calm. Now the river flows on into a great and ancient city, and we drift gently upon the Seine, in Paris, in the soft mist of early morning. The water is calm and grey and still, and the old stone bridges arch gracefully across it, one after another, their lamps still glowing softly in the dawn. Along the banks, the elegant old buildings rise quietly, their reflections wavering on the calm water. A soft mist drifts over the river. The city is still asleep, hushed and gentle in the pale morning light. The air is cool and quiet. To drift slowly here upon the calm Seine, beneath the graceful old bridges, the misty city sleeping softly all around you, is to feel a tender, dreamlike peace, alone with the quiet river at the gentle break of day. Now we travel to the city of canals, to Venice, in the soft hush before sunrise. Here, the streets are made of water, and narrow canals wind quietly between old stone buildings, their walls soft and faded with age, their feet resting in the calm green water. A gentle mist drifts along the canals, and the first pale light glows softly on the old stones. The water lies utterly still, mirroring the elegant arched windows and the small stone bridges above. There is no one about, no sound at all, but the soft lap of the water against the stones. To drift slowly here through these quiet, misty canals in the hushed dawn, the old city sleeping softly all around you, the calm water mirroring the ancient walls, is to feel as though you are gliding gently through a beautiful and tranquil dream. Now we travel to another town of gentle canals, to Bruges, as evening softly falls. Here, old brick houses with stepped gables lean over quiet, tree-lined canals, and small stone bridges arch gracefully across the still water. As the dusk gathers, soft golden lamplight begins to glow along the canals and in the old windows, shimmering warmly on the calm, dark water below. Swans drift slowly and silently past. The air is cool and still. The whole town is hushed and peaceful in the gathering blue dusk. To drift slowly here through these quiet canals in the soft lamplight, the old brick houses glowing warmly above the still water, the evening settling gently all around, is to feel a deep and cozy peace, calm and warm and content. Now we travel to the foothills of the Himalayas, to the river Ganges at Rishikesh, where the sacred water runs clear and green and cool. Here, high above the dusty plains, the great river is still young and clean, flowing swift and clear between forested green hills, its water a soft, glowing emerald. Old footbridges span the river, and small temples and ashrams rest along its banks. The air is cool and clear and fragrant with incense and river water. A gentle breeze moves down the valley. The river runs clear and sacred and serene. To sit here on the cool stone steps at the water's edge, gazing into the clear green water of this most holy of rivers, the green hills rising softly all around, is to feel a deep and peaceful reverence settle gently over you. Now night has fallen, and we come to a calm, dark river, where a gentle festival of light is taking place. All along the quiet water, people are setting small, floating lanterns adrift, little cradles of flowers holding a single soft flame, and one by one the glowing lanterns float out onto the calm, dark river, gathering into a slow, drifting river of light. The small flames glow warm and golden, doubled softly on the still black water, and they drift slowly downstream together, carrying their quiet wishes toward the sea. The night is warm and gentle. The water is calm and dark and still. To stand at the water's edge, watching the countless soft lights drift slowly away upon the calm river, is to feel a gentle, glowing peace, soft and warm and full of quiet hope. Now we travel to the greatest rainforest on earth, to a calm tributary of the Amazon at the break of dawn. The water here is dark and still, a deep tea brown, and it lies utterly calm in the windless morning, perfectly mirroring the great green wall of the rainforest along its banks. A soft white mist rises gently from the water and drifts among the trees. The first light glows soft and golden, and the whole river seems to glow with it. The air is warm and humid and alive with the gentle sounds of the waking forest. to drift slowly here upon the calm, dark water, the great rainforest mirrored perfectly all around you, the soft mist rising gently in the golden dawn, is to feel a deep and primal peace, cradled in the quiet green heart of the world. Now we drift gently into a flooded forest, where the river has risen quietly among the trees. Here, in the season of high water, the calm, dark river has spread softly out into the rainforest itself. And now you are drifting slowly among the trunks of half-submerged trees, their roots deep beneath the still black water, their green canopies arching overhead. The water is utterly calm and dark, mirroring the trees perfectly, so that the forest seems to float in a doubled green world above and below. Soft light filters down through the leaves. The air is warm and still and green. To drift here in this silent, flooded forest, gliding slowly between the great trees upon the still dark water, is to feel a deep and dreamlike wonder, soft and quiet and strange. Now we travel to the river Mekong in Southeast Asia, where the great brown water flows calm and wide at the close of the day. The river is broad and gentle here, winding past green banks fringed with palms and small wooden villages on stilts. As the sun lowers, the wide water glows warm gold and rose, and a few small fishing boats rest quietly upon it, their empty nets hanging to dry. The light is soft and warm and amber. The air is warm and humid and smells of river and earth. The great river flows on, calm and patient and slow. To drift here upon the broad golden water in the soft evening light, the palms and the quiet villages slipping slowly past, is to feel the deep, unhurried peace of this great and ancient river. Now we come to a floating village, resting upon the calm waters of a great river lake. Here, whole communities live upon the water, in wooden houses that float gently upon the gentle current, gathered together into quiet villages that rise and fall with the river. As evening falls, soft lamplight glows in the windows of the floating homes, shimmering on the calm water, and a few small boats drift quietly between them. The water is smooth and still and golden in the dusk. The air is warm and quiet. There is a deep, gentle peace to this life upon the water, drifting softly with the river. To rest here among the floating houses in the soft evening light, the warm lamps glowing on the calm water, is to feel a quiet, drowsy contentment. Now we follow a gentle river through a valley of emerald rice terraces at dawn. The river winds slow and clear through the bottom of the green valley, and rising on either side, the steep slopes have been carved into countless curving terraces of rice, each one a shallow pool of still water glowing in the soft morning light. The young rice is a tender, vivid green, and the flooded terraces shine like scattered mirrors, reflecting the pale dawn sky. A soft mist drifts low over the river and the fields. The air is cool and damp and smells of water and growing things. To drift slowly along the gentle river in the quiet dawn, the green terraces rising softly all around, the still water shining in the early light, is to feel a deep and simple peace. Now we traveled the river Nile in Egypt, where graceful old sailboats drift upon the calm water at sunset. The great river flows wide and gentle here, its banks lined with green palms and reeds, and beyond them the golden desert and the silhouettes of distant temples. Upon the water drift the feluccas, traditional sailboats with tall white triangular sails, gliding silently and slowly upon the calm current. As the sun sets, the whole river glows molten gold and deep rose, and the white sails turn soft amber in the light. The air is warm and dry and still. To drift here upon the calm, golden Nile at sunset, the white sails gliding softly past, the ancient desert glowing all around, is to feel a deep and timeless serenity upon the oldest river of them all. Now we come to a hidden river in the desert, a quiet oasis where clear water runs through the golden sand. Here, in a sheltered valley among the dunes, a gentle stream of clear, cool water threads its way through a grove of tall date palms, their green fronds rustling softly overhead. The water is clear and calm and cool, a precious ribbon of life in the dry golden land. Soft green grass and reeds grow along its banks. The light is warm and golden, filtering through the palm fronds. The air is warm and dry and smells of green leaves and water. There is a deep, sheltered peace to this hidden oasis, this small green world of water and shade in the vast, warm desert. To rest here beside the clear, cool stream, the palms whispering softly above, is to feel safe and soothed and gently at ease. Now we drift into the slow, dark waters of a southern bayou. Here, a quiet river winds lazily through a flooded forest of ancient cypress trees, their wide roots rising like knees from the still black water, their branches draped with long, soft veils of grey Spanish moss. The water is calm and dark and utterly still, mirroring the great mossy trees perfectly. Soft golden light filters down through the gently swaying moss. The air is warm and humid and full of the quiet hum of the swamp. Everything here moves slowly, drowsily, in the warm, still air. To drift quietly upon the calm, dark water, beneath the ancient cypress and the soft hanging moss, the warm light filtering gently down, is to feel a deep and dreamy peace, slow and warm and still. Now we come to a vast and gentle wetland, to a slow, wide river of grass at dawn. Here, the water spreads softly across the land in a shallow, endless sheet, flowing so slowly it scarcely seems to move at all, and from it rises a sea of golden green sawgrass, stretching away flat and wide to the horizon. Small wooded islands rest here and there upon the watery plain. In the soft dawn light, the still water shines among the grasses, mirroring the pale pink sky. A gentle mist drifts low over the wetland. The air is warm and humid and full of the soft sounds of the waking marsh. To drift slowly here through this vast, quiet river of grass in the gentle dawn, the still water shining all around, is to feel a wide and spacious peace. Now we come to a quiet backwater, a still and gentle pool where the river rests among the lilies. Here, away from the main flow, the water lies calm and dark and almost perfectly still, covered in broad green lily pads and soft white and pink water lilies, their petals open to the gentle light. Reeds grow tall and green along the edges. The water is dark and clear beneath the floating leaves, and the whole quiet pool is hushed and serene. Soft light shimmers on the still surface. The air is warm and full of the gentle hum of summer. To rest here beside this peaceful lily pool, the still dark water dotted with soft flowers, the reeds swaying gently in the warm breeze, is to feel utterly calm and drowsy and at peace. Now we drift to a gentle bend in the river, where a graceful old willow leans low over the water. The river is calm and slow here, curving softly around a green meadow bank, and the great willow trails its long, slender branches down into the gentle current, where they sway softly with the flow. Beneath the willow, an old wooden rowboat rests at its mooring, rocking ever so gently upon the calm water. The light is soft and golden, dappling through the willow leaves. The air is warm and still, and smells of grass and river water. There is a deep, drowsy peace to this quiet river bend on a warm afternoon. To rest here in the soft shade of the willow, the gentle water slipping slowly past, the old boat rocking softly, is to feel time slow and soften and gently drift away. Now we travel to a great river in Africa, to a calm, wide stretch scattered with green islands at dusk. The river is broad and slow here, flowing gently past banks of golden reeds and tall riverside trees, and dotted across its calm surface are many small green islands, soft and wooded. As the sun lowers, the wide water glows warm gold and amber, and the islands turn to dark, soft shapes upon it. The light is warm and golden. The air is warm and still, and smells of water and grass. A profound and gentle silence rests over the great river. To drift slowly here upon the broad, calm water in the soft, golden dusk, the green islands slipping quietly past, is to feel a deep and spacious peace beneath the wide African sky. Now we travel north to a clear and lively river in the Scottish Highlands. The river runs swift and clear over beds of smooth golden gravel, winding through a glen of pine forest and purple heather, its water cold and clean and faintly amber from the peat of the hills. Here and there it gathers into deep, calm, dark pools, and elsewhere it tumbles softly over shallow runs, singing its quiet song. Birch and pine lean over the water. The light is soft and grey and gentle. The air is cool and fresh, and smells of pine and heather and cold water. To rest here on the mossy bank beside the clear running river, the heather glowing softly on the hills above, the water singing its gentle, endless song, is to feel a clean and quiet peace. Now we follow a gentle river through a deep and wooded English valley. The river is calm and green and slow here, winding through a steep valley, thick with ancient oak and beech, the trees leaning over the water from both banks to form a soft green tunnel above the gentle flow. Sunlight filters down through the leaves, dappling the calm water with shifting green-gold light. The riverbanks are soft with moss and fern. The air is cool and damp, and smells of leaves and river water. The only sound is the soft murmur of the water and the gentle rustle of the leaves. To drift slowly here beneath the green canopy, the dappled light shifting softly on the calm water, the wooded valley hushed all around, is to feel a deep and gentle peace. Now it is autumn, and we follow a misty river winding through a forest of golden trees. The river is calm and slow and grey-green, drifting softly between banks thick with trees whose leaves have turned to brilliant gold and amber and red. A soft mist drifts low over the water, and as you drift gently along, the fallen leaves float past upon the calm surface, drifting slowly downstream beside you. Here and there, a leaf loosens from a branch and spirals slowly down to rest upon the water. The light is soft and golden and hazy. The air is cool and smells of autumn leaves and river water. To drift here upon the calm, misty river, the golden forest glowing softly all around, the bright leaves floating gently past, is to feel a tender, peaceful melancholy, sweet and quiet and calm. Now we come to a clear, shallow stream running over a bed of smooth, colourful pebbles. The water is utterly clear and cool, slipping swiftly over the rounded stones, which glow in soft shades of grey and gold, and rose beneath the moving water. Sunlight falls dappled through the trees above, sparkling on the clear stream and shimmering on the pebbles below. The water sings a soft, bright, endless song as it tumbles gently over the stones. Soft green moss lines the banks. The air is cool and fresh and smells of clean water. To sit here beside the clear, shallow stream, watching the sunlight dance upon the colourful pebbles beneath the moving water, listening to its soft and endless song, is to feel your thoughts grow as clear and bright as the running water. Now we travel into a deep green rainforest, to a tall, soft waterfall falling in many tiers. The water slips down a great mossy cliff in a series of gentle steps, gathering in clear pools and falling softly to the next, breaking into fine white mist among the lush green ferns and dripping leaves. The whole cliff glows with deep green moss, and tropical plants crowd close around the falling water. Soft light filters down through the dense green canopy. The air is cool and damp and fragrant with green growing things, full of the soft, soothing sound of the falling water. To rest here in this green and misty place, the gentle waterfall drifting softly down its mossy steps, the rainforest hushed all around, is to feel utterly soothed and cool and calm. Now we come to a special waterfall, one you can step gently behind. Here, the water falls in a soft, wide curtain over a smooth rock ledge, and behind it lies a sheltered hollow, a quiet space in the cliff where you can stand safe and dry, and watch the world through the falling water. The water drifts down before you like a soft, shimmering veil, and through it the green world beyond glows soft and rippling and gold. The sound of the gentle falls echoes softly in the sheltered hollow. The air is cool and damp and fresh. There is a magical, secret feeling to this hidden place behind the water. To stand here safe and sheltered, the soft curtain of water drifting gently down before you, the green world shimmering beyond, is to feel wonderfully calm and hidden and at peace. Now it is deep winter, and we come to a river frozen quietly beneath the snow. The river has slowed and stilled in the great cold, and now a smooth sheet of pale ice covers its surface, glowing soft blue and white in the gentle winter light. Snow lies thick upon the banks and upon the ice, smooth and untouched, and the bare trees along the river are dusted white. Here and there, a patch of dark open water still flows slowly and quietly between the ice. The whole scene is hushed and still, wrapped in the deep silence of winter. The air is cold and clean and utterly quiet. To stand here beside the frozen river in the soft winter light, the snow lying smooth and silent all around, is to feel a stillness so deep and so pure that every thought within you grows quiet and falls gently still. Now we come to a frozen waterfall, hanging silent and beautiful in the winter cold. Where the water once tumbled freely, it has frozen now into great pale columns and curtains of ice, glowing the softest blue, hanging silent and still against the dark rock. Icicles drape in delicate fringes, and the frozen falls catch the soft winter light, shimmering faintly blue and white. The forest all around is hushed and snow-covered and silent. The air is cold and crisp and utterly still. There is a quiet, crystalline beauty to this frozen waterfall, this moment of falling water held perfectly still in the great cold. To stand here, gazing at the soft blue ice in the deep winter silence, is to feel a hushed and peaceful wonder, calm and clear and still. Now the river flows on, and we follow it into a deep green gorge between sheer mossy walls. The water is calm and slow and dark here, winding through a narrow canyon whose walls rise close on either side, draped entirely in deep green moss and dripping ferns. Soft light filters down from far above, glowing green through the overhanging leaves, and the water lies smooth and dark and still between the mossy walls. The air is cool and damp and green, full of the gentle sound of dripping water. Everything here is soft and hushed and deeply green. To drift slowly here upon the calm, dark water, the green, mossy walls rising softly close around you, the gentle light filtering down from above, is to feel sheltered and hidden and wonderfully at peace. Now we drift into a tranquil fern gully, where the river runs cool and clear through a temperate rainforest. Tall tree ferns arch gracefully over the gentle stream, their great green fronds forming a soft canopy overhead, and the banks are thick with moss and fern and dripping green leaves. The water is clear and cool, slipping softly over smooth, dark stones. Soft green light filters down through the layered ferns, dim and gentle and cool. The air is damp and fresh and smells of moss and clean water. The whole gully is hushed and green and still. To rest here in this cool, green world, the clear water slipping gently past, the great ferns arching softly overhead, is to feel deeply soothed and cool and calm. Now the river broadens, and we come to a wide, slow stretch of water at dusk, near a quiet town. The river is broad and calm and smooth here, flowing gently past green banks and the soft lights of a small town gathered along its shore. As the dusk deepens, the warm lamplight from the town begins to glow upon the calm water, shimmering in long, soft reflections across the gentle current. A few small boats rest quietly at their moorings. The light is soft and warm and golden against the deepening blue of the evening. The air is cool and still. To drift slowly here upon the broad, calm river in the gathering dusk, the warm town lights shimmering on the quiet water, is to feel a gentle, drowsy peace settle softly over you. Now night has fallen fully, and we drift upon a calm river beneath a sky full of stars. The water is smooth and dark and still, and above, the whole glittering dome of the heavens arches across the sky, scattered thick with countless stars, and even the soft band of the Milky Way. And the calm river mirrors it all, so that the stars shine both above you and below, and you seem to drift gently through the very heart of the glittering sky. The night is warm and still and silent. The river carries you slowly and softly along. To drift here upon the calm, starlit water, the stars glittering above and below, the gentle current carrying you quietly downstream, is to feel both wonderfully small and wonderfully at peace, cradled gently between the river and the stars. Now, as the river nears the end of its long journey, it spreads softly out into a great delta, branching into countless gentle channels. Here, the single river divides and divides again, spreading wide across the flat land in a vast, intricate web of calm waterways, winding slowly between low green islands of reed and grass. Seen in the soft light of sunset, the many channels shine like ribbons of molten gold, branching endlessly across the green and golden land. The water is calm and slow, almost at rest now after its long journey. The light is warm and golden. The air is soft and still. To drift slowly here through the quiet channels of the great delta, the golden waterways branching softly all around, is to feel the deep, gentle peace of a long journey drawing near its end. Now the river slows and widens, and we feel the first soft breath of the sea. The water is broad and calm and slow here, where the river meets the tide, spreading out across wide, pale flats of sand and mud, mirroring the soft colours of the evening sky. The land falls away, low and gentle, and the horizon opens wide before you. The air grows cool and fresh and faintly salt. Reeds sway gently along the water's edge. The light is soft and golden, fading toward dusk. There is a deep, peaceful sense of arrival here, of a long journey nearly complete, as the river grows calm and wide and gentle near its end. To drift slowly here upon the broad, quiet water, the wide sky opening softly before you, is to feel a deep and restful calm. Now, at last, we come to the very end of the river's long journey, to the gentle place where the fresh water meets the sea. The broad, calm river flows softly out to join the wide and gentle ocean, and the two waters mingle quietly together, slow and unhurried, beneath a soft and glowing evening sky. The river is calm and wide and at peace now, its long journey from the distant mountain spring complete at last. Gentle waves lap softly at the shore, where the river ends and the sea begins. The light is soft and golden, deepening toward dusk. The air is cool and soft and salt. To rest here at the river's end, where the long-travelled water joins at last the great and gentle sea, is to feel a deep and complete peace, soft and warm and whole. And now, our journey down the river comes gently to its end. Tonight, we have followed the water all the long way down, from a quiet mountain spring to the wide and gentle sea. We have drifted through emerald gorges and past ancient castles, through misty rainforests and golden deltas, beneath willows and bridges and stars. And all the while, the river has carried us softly, patiently, endlessly downstream. You don't need to hold on to any of it. Let it all flow away now, gently downstream toward the sea. But perhaps, as you lie here, you can keep one small and quiet thought. A river never holds on to anything. It simply lets the water flow, always onward, always gently letting go, carrying everything softly down toward the sea. And the water that reaches the sea does not vanish. It rises, soft as mist, into the sky, and drifts back over the mountains, and falls again as gentle rain to feed new springs and begin the long, slow journey all over again. It is an endless, patient, gentle cycle, turning softly forever. And you are part of it. The very same water flows within you, too. So tonight, you can let everything flow away, just as the river does. There is nothing you need to hold. Let it all drift gently downstream, and trust that it will find its way, as the water always does, home to the quiet sea. Somewhere right now, a clear spring is rising softly from the earth. A river is drifting gently beneath the stars. The fresh water is joining the sea, slow and quiet and calm. And here, in this moment, you are safe and warm and exactly where you need to be. So let your breathing slow. Let your body grow heavy and soft. Let every last thought drift away, like a leaf carried gently down a calm and quiet river. If you happen to still be awake, you're always welcome to drift along to the next quiet journey whenever you're ready. But for now, there is nowhere to go, and nothing to do, but rest. Sleep well, traveler. Thank you for drifting down the river with me tonight. Good night.